Hello global family and welcome to another video on this channel. Today we test out probably the best CIM in the game, Prime Johan Cruyff. So before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also turn on the notifications because on this channel we are going to make a review at every single Prime icon which is expensive on the game, and also at every single Team of the Year when the promo comes out. So for this episode, first of all, let's look at Johan Cruyff 94 in-game stats. Cruyff has 5-star skill moves and weak foot, which is perfect for an attacker, high-low work rates and a lean body type, which makes him to be very fast and agile, but he also loses a lot of 50-50s. Let's look at his stats. He has 93 acceleration and 90 sprint speed, which is pretty decent, but we have to improve them. 95 positioning, 95 finishing, 84 shot power, which is the downside, 91 passing is great, 94 dribbling, and here the only downside is the 82 balance. And the physical stats are not great, but because of the body type, he is not the type of card which you want to win a lot of 50-50s. It's more like to be fast and agile than to be powerful. With Johan Cruyff, you can use 3 chemistry styles. Hunter to boost the speed and the shot power, Hawk to boost the speed, the shot power and the physical stats, and Engine to boost his speed, passing and balance stats. I tested Cruyff with the Hunter chemistry style, but you can use whichever you want depending on your playstyle. In terms of threats, he has technical dribbler, chip shot outside of the foot shot, which compensate a lot for the low shot power, playmaker and flair. He doesn't have the finesse shot, but because of the 93 long shots, 95 finishing and 93 curve, he is great with this type of shots. I use him in every single position in attack: left attacking midfielder, right attacking midfielder, center attacking midfielder, striker, left mid or right mid in both 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1 narrow formations. The games were played in Division 1 on 40 ms ping, so we have decent connection but not the best. In the first example, we have Johan Cruyff helping the midfield by coming back to 3 meters to receive the ball. Despite of his high-low work rates, he is not the kind of striker which gets in behind crazy amount of times, and he is more oriented to play as a central forward. The finish is pretty easy in this situation, but I want to point out that Cruyff takes the volley in great style and he is very good at this. For a striker, I always test how fast he runs with the ball and without it. Cruyff is not the best at this point, but he can get the job done. Here you can see how precise he is with the skill moves, and with the borrow scoop turn combo we managed to pass the defender and score with a finesse shot. In this situation, we use the team press after we lost the ball, and we pass to Cruyff and start some skill moves combo like standing fake shot plus elastico reverse. Here I want to point out the difference between him and Pele. Pele is the fastest with the skill moves, but Cruyff is more precise and accurate. In this example, I trigger Cruyff with the L1, and what I've noticed at these top tier players is that they automatically stops the runs when they so are useless. We made that 1-2 pass with Pele, and this is a nice finish. Here we have positional attack in the 4-2-3-1 narrow formation with Johan as a CIM, and you can see how he attacks the space between the right center back and the right back. What I want to point here: I had so many situations with Cruyff when I used the different skill moves and he nutmegged the defenders a lot. This time he does this with one of the best in the game, Virgil van Dijk. Not increasing at penalties, he is great if you know to aim them correctly. Now we have another example on how overpowered is this card with skill moves, and this time is against one of the best CDMs in the game, the Nightmare, N'Golo Kante. You have no idea how satisfying it is to dribble this way a card like Kante, which always intercepts everything. Now again he stops the run when he saw it is useless, and we have a nice combo with R9. I have tried a nice lob through ball, but the keeper intercepts it. In the striker role, his positioning is really impressive and it's very hard to mark him. Just look how many times he switches the direction of his run. My opponent did a really impressive job with Koundé, but the passing with these cards is so assisted, so it's really hard to intercept them. I didn't take the best decision with Cruyff. but he was insane with his positioning in this situation. Here we have another typical example for the 4-4-2 formation. We triggered Johan Cruyff with the L1 and launched the pass with root bullet. It is a FIFA mechanic, but I want to point out that despite he doesn't have the best sprint speed, he can get the job done. You probably saw this goal at R9 or PlayerReview, but this time we are analyzing from Cruyff contribution point of view. So in this situation, Cruyff is in the striker role, but his position is CIM in 4-2-3-1. When he saw that Pele wants to go in the striker role, he comes back at his original position and forces the right center back to come out. This creates a hole in the defense and R9 attacks the space. The assist is not so easy because the pass is from a bad angle and a lot of time the pass doesn't have the right power and accuracy, but this time is perfect because Cruyff has huge passing stats. Again, we have a great pass from Cruyff, but this one is easy because it's a FIFA mechanic. What I want to point out is the speed and the accuracy of this pass. When I perform it with a normal card, I usually got the ball much more in front of the striker and sometimes the keeper intercepts it or you get in a tight situation. I took some crosses with Cruyff and I want to tell you he is good but not insane. Like you'll see in the example, this is a pretty hard one and he didn't perform it perfectly. Now I have another great situation where he attacks the free space without triggering him with the L1. What I like at Cruyff is that he doesn't care if he is on the left or striker position. When he saw the free space, he switched the side very fast. And again we have a great assist from him. There were some downsides with the card, like you'll see here, because of the low shot power and being a little bit unbalanced, he took a poor shot from far away. Again, he loses the balance after a step over, so you'll notice that 82 on the card sometimes. Also, if he forces skill moves into the defender, he loses most of the 50-50s. Here we have a great goal from Eusebio, but what I want to point out is I don't like Cruyff on the left side. I think he often does stupid runs, like here he almost gets into his teammate. So, final verdict on 94 Prime Johan Cruyff. Is he the best CIM in the game? It really depends on your playstyle. If you want a pure CIM, I think he is. But if you want your CIM to be more center forward oriented and often to become the second striker, I think Pele is the way to go. I enjoy Cruyff the most at striker position in 4-4-2. He is the best in the game at making the transition between the midfield and the attack. Also, at passing he is really great, and you know how overpowered are the through balls in FIFA 21. So I would recommend you to use him as a CIM in the 4-2-3-1 narrow or as a striker in 4-4-2. When it comes to skill moves, he is the most precise and accurate in the game. He might be the best for you if you are the type of player who does the skill moves in this way, but if you force them into opponent, definitely R9 is better, and if you prefer a much faster skiller, I think Pele is the right player for you. With the passing, this card is definitely the best attacker in the game. I don't know if Bruno Fernandes Headliner or Kevin De Bruyne Team of the Group Stage cards are better because I didn't test them. In comparison with his middle version, there is a pretty big difference, but I don't think it is worth it unless you have a limited amount of points and you don't need to improve another position. What can I tell you about this card? You won't feel as meta as Pele or R9, but it's really fun to use. His price of the market right now is 7.5 million coins, and I think this price will drop a lot when Team of the Year comes out. If you don't have the coins to buy him, you can go with the middle version, which is also great. This was all for today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, peace!